2021 SBLive Washington Virtual Media Day continues on. I'm Dan Dickau alongside Andy Bueller, connecting with boys and girls programs from across the state. Connected with Coach Blake Solomon and Logan Stempniak. Coach, appreciate you guys joining us. I want to ask you first, you guys are going to start practice in about a week and a half, one of the latest districts, regions to get going with practice. How excited are you guys, but also how much energy do you have watching other parts of the state play games and practice right now?
Yeah, one of the things for us is, for me personally, I know our guys too, is we've just been anxious to get back out there. Our district was very, very cautious. We didn't get into the gym. We lost our regional game last February to Sumner, and last Tuesday was the first time that any of us were in a Kentwood gym doing anything. So we were able to have some open gyms. And so for me, I'm very excited to be back. I'm excited for our guys. And like you said, one of my best friends is the head coach at Issaquah. And so I've been living vicariously through him, watching his film, watching all their games. Me and him are meeting before, or talking beforehand, talking after. So it's got me really anxious, and I'm really excited for our own season to get up and running.
Logan, I can hear the excitement in Coach Solomon's voice. I can only imagine you guys as players are the same. What have you and your teammates done to stay ready? Because I know you can find different ways that aren't school sponsored to stay ready and find gyms or playgrounds to work out at.
Yeah, for sure. Like me personally, I've been playing AU with Team Levine. And so I've been going there every week playing. We've had a couple tournaments too. And that's just like helped me. I know my teammates, like the gyms, like 24-hour fitness, LA Fitness, they're starting to open up. So they've all been getting back in there and playing.
Over this last year plus, since you were last in a Kentwood uniform, as your coach was saying, that's a really long time to go without being in an official team setting. But unofficially, how were you as a leader and some of the other leaders on the team? What was the emphasis, and how were you guys able to stay close?
Well, like we've just been like getting in the gym together, going to LA Fitness, 24-hour fitness, always making sure we're like staying like in top shape, make sure we're not like getting lazy, always like pushing each other to work out every single day, being in like group chats, getting each other to go do stuff when other people are, stuff like that.
Logan, you're a lefty that has some size that can shoot it quite a bit. Is there a player that you try to emulate your game after at the college or the pro level?
Well, like one player that I've watched since high school is Michael Porter Jr. I feel like because he's a shooter too, and like I try playing like him, and he's like one person I try modeling my game after.
Coach, you mentioned you're really tight with the Issaquah coaching staff, and you're living vicariously through them. I can imagine you have a little bit of the excitement of preparing for a practicing game. What's the first message and then the first drill that you're going to put your team through on May 17th?
One of the things that I think has kind of been prevalent for me is over this break, and what it's kind of taught me is just to be grateful for the opportunity. You talk with coaches, and I talk to a lot of coaches, and it's like, man, it's only a 5-week season. We're only practicing for 5 days before a game, and can be a lot of kind of negativity around how has to be scrambled, and it's not a real year, like lengthwise year, and we're doing it backwards. To me, it's just grateful to be back in the gym. I mean, there were so many times over these last couple months that I didn't know if a season was actually going to happen. And so the first thing for me is just to tell the guys, they got to be thankful for the opportunity they get to have. If we get to continue to have this season and we get to play some games, whether it looks like it does normally, whether there's a state tournament or not, you're getting to play with the guys you grew up with, your friends that you go to school with, and you get to represent your school and your community. So just to be grateful for that will be the main message. And then when it comes to drills, I don't know, man. Guys who play for me, we just like to do like defensive cutthroat stuff. I can't wait to get back and doing things like that and just teaching and seeing the guys get it and seeing it come together. That stuff is really what I like a lot about coaching. So
You talk about the ability to experience, one more season under weird circumstances, but to be able to do it together. And your guys' schedule, you're able to play, pretty hyper local league schedule. As you look at the 4A MPSL this year, what do you see and what do you guys need to do to compete?
yeah, I mean, it's a luxury to have like so many good programs that have gone to state in the last couple of years or been in regional games. So all these schools present different challenges, and it's going to be just so different with such a shortened season. Things are going to look so much different. But for us, there's always teams that we like to play. Like for us, Kent Ridge, we always have a rivalry with Kent Ridge. Our games there are always fun. They're always competitive. We get after it. Obviously, Federal Way's in our league, and they've been to state the last like however many years. They're always tough. So I'm excited to get playing and renewing some of those rivalries and teams we played against. But honestly, to me, it really doesn't matter. I just want to play somebody. I want to have somebody on an opposite uniform with some referees and a scoreboard up, and I'll be happy.
I can only imagine that has been a long time coming. And the fact that you guys are like the last region district to get going has been tough. So you've had a longer break to watch games at the high school level now, at the college level, at the NBA level. As a coach, you've had more time than ever probably to kind of digest what some other programs at other levels do. Are there any nuggets that you've taken from watching that you want to start implementing in your program?
Yeah, one of the things when just studying the game, just in terms of like how we want to play, I think the game has just moved so much into a read and react. And in years past, I've been a big kind of continuity guy. We tell our guys they have freedom within structure, and we got a lot of continuities, but they get to make plays within that. I think one thing I've seen at the college level and watching high school games via streams and all that, I think teaching kids how to read a defense and then letting them play is the way the game is going. And so that's something I really want to do. And we got a luxury having a guy like Logan, who's 6'7" or however tall he is now, being able to make plays off the bounce, being able to be on the perimeter, being able to go inside. If we can just give them tools to read and react and play, and I think that's the way the game's going. And that's one of the things X and O's wise that I think has shifted the most for me in the last 15 months.
Logan, I'm going to put you on the spot a little here in front of your coach.
All right.
What is something that Coach Solomon does where once he does that, we screwed up something, we did something wrong? Is there any one specific thing that kind of a quirk or something unique that he does where you start to kind of think that?
Well, one thing is like when like usually if we mess up, like it's not that big of a deal. He like just like kind of tells it while we're still playing. But if he stops the drill or whatever we're doing, we know we messed up bad and we're gonna run or something.
That's awesome. So if he just lets you keep going and maybe makes a comment, it's not that bad. If it stops, boom, you're in trouble. I like it. He's got to get your attention one way or the other. Hey, last question before we let you guys go. Favorite sports movie of all time? We'll start with you, Logan, and then Coach, you can finish it up.
Mine's easily Space Jam.
Oh man, that's a good one. Michael Jordan is my favorite athlete ever, so that's a good one. I think my favorite sports movie, basketball one, is probably Above the Rim. That's probably my favorite sports movie that I can watch.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate your time. We wish Kentwood nothing but the best of luck. For Andy Bueller, myself, Dan Dickau, the rest of our SBLive Washington crew, thank you for joining our 2021 Virtual Media Day to help cover and spotlight basketball programs across the state. Hopefully, we'll be able to do this in person next year. I wish you guys health and success once you get the season kicked off.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.